What time is it, by the way?
Ask
your
auntie.
Who has it this week?
I got it this week, and it's a long one. It's from Anonymous, and it says, long story short, my best friend has been in a long-term relationship with a woman for a while, but he is bisexual, only out to me, and I am gay. I know he isn't happy in his relationship, and recently our conversations have evolved to discussing casually of us being together, or him changing his unhappy living situation, or dropping everything and running off together as a joke, but there's a hint of seriousness to it. We tell each other we love each other, we have pet names for each other, and are truly best friends. I'm trying to have patience. I'm trying to be there for him while he figures this out. I know I am not making it easy on him, but I'm really struggling inside at this point. How do I navigate this? Something has to change, or I will begin to self-destruct. I think I need to walk away until he figures his situation out. Problem is, we went about building ourselves a friendship that is truly deep, and I can't leave him high and dry while he figures his problem out on his own.
We'll let Raven start that one.
She had to grab the beard. Look, she had to touch the beard on that one. She was like, "Oh,
My thing is, in situations like that, because often there's the whole conversation about, is bisexuality a real thing and all of that kind of stuff. But I feel like we need to leave space for understanding that it is real. Excuse me. So, but then in that same space, it's like, okay, that can be a reality for you, but is that a reality that I need to exist in with you? You know? Mm-hmm. So it's like you have this situation that you're going through. And true, we have a connection, but maybe for now, this is all that I need to be for you. I need to be over here as this particular person, you know, because he's saying that we're friends. So it's like, okay, so I'm a friend of yours. There doesn't need to be anything else. Whatever it is that you have going on, when this is understood, when this is decided, then maybe we could come back to this again. But there's no need for confusion if we know that we have a foundation of friendship. And that even goes beyond just this situation. You know, people in general, oftentimes they feel the need to rush into something romantic when you can just be friends and cultivate that for a little while. Yeah. There's health in being friends with somebody you're romantically attracted to. So it's like, okay, let's go ahead and understand that, sure, I could be attracted to you, but I desire your friendship more. So I'm going to go ahead and be a friend.
To navigate.
It is. It absolutely can be. It absolutely can be. But and is definitely all according to the person. It's all according to the person. So that would be my advice, but I would also understand if it is something that is difficult for him to do. However, if it's difficult for you to do, then I would say cut it.
That part you need.
Don't stay and attempt, you know, because karma's a bitch. And the last thing you want is to operate in this space and something comes back around to you. So either make a hard decision that I'm going to be your friend and that's all, or say, you existed in my life for this particular chapter. It's time for me to turn the page.
Absolutely. That's what I was thinking. There's a time and place for everything. And clearly the timing is not now because that person hasn't dealt with themselves.
Yeah.
Like, and there's no reason for you to take that on. Like, I feel like they want to take this on.
Yeah.
It's like, we need to stop picking up everyone else's Louis Vuitton luggage. Yeah. To look pretty. Like, and that's right. It was Zara, but nope. Like not even H&M. But it's just like I get it. Like, especially when it comes to like you loving somebody and liking somebody and things like that. Those feelings and emotions are for real. Those are heavy and they cloud a lot of shit. And you're like, oh, I could wait. I could, I could tolerate this. I could hang on for a little bit. Nobody got time. There's more dick in the sea, quite frankly. But like you said, cut it. Make distinct barriers. You're going to have to, because you're going to get your heart broken, quite frankly. Yeah. And quite frankly, that person might get their heart broken as well.
Indeed.
So that person's not in the space right now, especially if they're in a long-term relationship. Hold on, let's see. Long story short, my best friend has been in a long-term relationship with a woman And but he's bisexual and he hasn't told the long-term relationship. So why he telling you? That's a whole nother messy situation. He needs to go to her. That's his long-time boo. Like, so there's a lot he's got to work out. So maybe provide him that therapy.org or whatever it was earlier to get some help, because he's going to need to know how to navigate that. And quite frankly, you might need to go as well to why you want to stay in that situation when it's not ideal for yourself. So maybe even determine what's ideal for yourself. If it's being with someone that's not going to be able to love you right now, okay, then so be it. But I doubt that's it.
Okay, do you want the old dogs to Catman, or do you want the short and sweet and black and white?
Whatever your heart desires.
Spirit. What your spirit say?
Okay, I'll go. I do feel like there's a couple things that a lot of us found ourselves in these kind of situations. There's the hero complex, and there's ego at work. Hero complex meaning I can save them. And a lot of that comes from like childhood trauma, like, there was no one there for me who could help me, like, navigate the waters of, coming into my sexuality and doing it in a loving and caring way. And I didn't have people around me. So I want to be that for somebody else. And so instinctually, you know, that old adage of you attract the energy that you put out. I feel like there's a little bit of that going on, like a little bit of like, what I don't want to do is discount the quality of the relationship that they have, the friendship that they have, but I also want to caution, because this is, in my opinion, this is like a young man's thinking, young man in maturity thinking, because the reality of it is let's just say hypothetically, if this person, their friend who they, have so much feelings for, etc., is bisexual and is in an unhappy relationship, when let's say hypothetically, they decide that they are going to, say to their girlfriend, their partner, whomever, that they're bisexual, come out. B, I don't want to be in a relationship with a woman right now, because C, I want to be in a relationship with this person
that you had over for dinner last night.
Portia. So if we could fast forward this, if we could put this VCR tape into the tape deck and fast forward a little bit, we could see that the person that they're hitching their wagon to, the star that they're hitching their wagon to, is a person who's trying to find themselves. The problem of it is that you've been out, I'm assuming, for a while. You're comfortable with your sexuality. You're openly gay with this individual. The problem of it is they don't have that same level of comfort because they're clearly not telling their girlfriend. So the problem that you're going to run into is, even if, let's say, stars align, this person dumps his girlfriend and wants to be with you, guess what? It's likely, not always, but likely going to be a temporary thing, because this one is going to want to figure out who he is. That may be with you or without you. And you are putting so many of your groceries into this cart, that you want to be the savior of this particular person, not recognizing that there is still a lot of work that this person is going to have to figure out. And so are you going to be along for that journey? Are you the type of person that, I love what you said, Raven, earlier, when you talked about your openness to the confines of relationships and being polyamorous, or being being in an open relationship. I think that's really healthy, because a person that will be in this kind of situation has to be ready for however this other individual is going to evolve.
Absolutely.
Once they decide to make the step to be with, let's say, to accept themselves, not be with this woman, assuming that's what they want, and then they want to hitch their wagon to you, the question of it is, it's going to be, what is that going to look like 6 months from now? When they're kind of feeling their oats and they're like, oh yeah, you know what? I want to see what else is out there. So now you have put all your groceries into this cart, for somebody that has been your best friend, your bestie, the person that you have saved from the clutches of the punani.
Of the closet.
Only to find out that this person says, you know what? Let's just be friends because I want to explore.
Yep.
You already about to self-destruct? Girl, you already on the edge? You really going to self-destruct then.
You know what I mean? So like in my mind, this is a person who, and no shade to Anonymous. No shade to Anonymous. Yeah. This is the person who hasn't really thought it through. I believe that your heart is in the right place because trust me, I've been in a similar situation. I know what the feelings are like. To want to be the savior for somebody, and the idea of what that means is so powerful that you're willing to give it your all because you know what that could do for that person. But in reality, in the real world,
it's slim. It's slim.
You might have 3 weeks of bliss.
He said 3 weeks. That's a tough one.
Maybe.
Because I mean,
I was gonna say 3 weeks. He's been a little generous.
let him find some gay websites. Let the pandemic be over.
Let him
he go out to some clubs. Let him go to Puerto Vallarta.
Let him go to Bulldogs one night.
Right.
Let him go to Swinging Richards. Let him experience life.
He gonna see Mustang up there and be like, damn.
Damn.
He gonna be looking at you like, what am I doing with you?
Say a whole word. On this thing.
I mean, honestly, y'all said everything that I could ever even think of. Like, honestly, all of it across the board. Tens across the board. Because you're all absolutely right. Like, honestly, it just sounds like a recipe for disaster. And I think you just need to remove yourself from the situation. Go figure out, your issues and deal with you parting from this. Because honestly, it sounds like you like that heroism that you talked about. Like, it sounds like you have feelings from the wrong place. Because if it was friendship, then you would have been able to like, I'm good. Like, you wouldn't be talking about distress. You wouldn't talk about I need to leave. But because you're talking about destructing, you need to leave. It tells me that you are emotionally invested, not on friendship. So this whole part when it said, "Oh, we've created a deep friendship." That's not a deep friendship, boo-boo. That's when you like somebody, you got strong feelings for someone. Exactly. And that is not what's good for you. So you need to exit and go handle that. And he needs to come out because they are absolutely true. Take it from the gatekeeper herself. Okay.
This one right here. Listen to these words.
Mother gatekeeper.
She has been there and done that. Okay. And she has her usher gloves ready to lead them on in, okay?
Come on, AKA.
She has done it.
You got the collection plate.
Okay, girl. Look, okay? Look, walking behind. Come on, baby. Come on.
Right Spit that gum out.
Let them right onto the pew, okay? Look, they know where they see it.
Not the gum.
Handing out programs and everything.
I know that's right. Got the MLK fan. Come on, I know.
I know. The Malcolm Jamal Warner fan.
Right, the Malcolm Jamal Warner fan.
I can't with y'all.
But it is so true. Every single person I've ever been with has never been out. I track them.
You check that energy.
I don't know why, and I think it's because of that whole. This person seems so confident in who they are, and so they are drawn to me, and then I find myself getting wrapped up in them, and then not thinking about the consequences of them not being out, and you start having to navigate those feelings. It's work. No, don't do it.
I will like, and it can work, but you got to know that it's going to be a lot of work.
Yes.
And you have to be stable in your own emotions. You got to be stable in who you know you are to be. And from the sounds of it doesn't seem like you're quite there yet. So continue to work on that first. Because like if it sounded a little more confident in the way it was framed, there's potential there. But if the emotional part of it to me, just the way it was framed, doesn't seem like you're quite there yet. And again, I started off saying there's a time and a place. Work on yourself. Let him work on himself. You never know what the future holds. You might meet each other at another point where it's working. But for right now, you're going to have to build those barriers and those walls. Work on yourself. Try other dudes. There's a lot of good stuff out there. Let me tell you,
it's a no for me right now, dog.
I love what you said, Carell, because that actually made me think of a really, really important thing that this person that Anonymous needs to think about. The person that they are willing to hitch their wagon to has been lying to their longtime partner for how long about who they are, what's important to them, what they want, etc. And although they're sharing those things with you, how you get them is how you lose them. You know what I mean? So like, I want to encourage you. Listen, to Carell's point and to everybody's point. Listen, there is a possibility that this could be. Look, you guys could be soulmates. Through the reincarnations of your spirit existing throughout all time and space. You could have found yourselves in this situation and found that you connect, and then for the next 40 years, 50 years, whatever you have left on this earth, you could be together. The chances of that happening is like 0.0000001.
Not the 0.001.
So like, it's not to say that it's impossible, because I don't want you to give up hope, but I also want you to walk on real street. Like, walk on real street. Like, think about what it was like for you to come out. Think about how many ugly ass frogs you had to kiss,
and ugly ass penises,
and penis or assholes.
All the above.
Come on, dirty ass assholes. Like, think about that.
That's a real
that
statement.
It took for you to find.
How is that a real statement? Time out.
Hold on,
that better not be that better not be nobody's. First of all, she don't lick no booty holes. Okay,
that's right. See,
well, I mean,
so
a whole different situation.
That's one. But two, if I did, it won't be dirty.
Well, sometimes you don't know until you're down there.
Like I said last week,
I've been made some mistakes.
Take your ass home.
I made some mistakes.
In the shower, you better do a whole bath or something, bitch.
I'm not going to shy away from the fact that sometimes the drive.
Dingleberry. That's a wrap.
But sometimes you don't know until you taste it.
Pause. Wait. No. See, I had to learn this lesson. I learned this lesson as a teen. It was a dude I was about to go down on. I don't know. It must have been God that made me be like, pause. Got in the light real quick. Shit. I was like, okay, bet. All right. Took him to the bathroom. Cleaned his ass for him. Because, I mean, it's what I'm going to be eating, what I'm going to be sticking in. So moving forward, like, no joke, and I've had some dudes who have been offended by me. I'm washing your ass for you. Like, real talk. Like, I'm taking you in the bathroom. Gonna go ahead. We're gonna clean, and
that's a life lesson.
I'm cleaning.
That is a life lesson.
You know how like at Sunday school you would read the Bible verse, and then you would have to talk about what the life lesson is from that Bible verse, and then you have to apply that Bible verse for the rest of the week.
Right.
You just say. I mean, I don't know what your body count is. But you might have saved the generation, boo.
Right. That's a real ass statement. But that's why we also always end our show with wash your hands, wash your legs, wash your ass. We've been trying to tell you for hundreds of episodes. Shit.
I'm just going to tell you, I come correct. I'm correct.
We end every damn episode to wash your hands, your legs, and your ass. And you still ain't washing your ass.
Hygiene was an point, okay? No, she would never.
But let's be clear. Let's be clear. Back in the day when we were young and trying to figure things out, there wasn't a manual. We didn't know what we didn't know. Back when we was no, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I was part of the
Leviticus 7:13.
Leviticus.
Send your damn questions to AYA@minorityReport.com. DM us.
Okay, we're gonna have to put that on a t-shirt. Laputicus.
Laputicus.
Wash your hands. Wash your legs. Wash your legs.
Right. Wash your hands. Wash your legs. Wash your hands. Laputicus 119.
That was my bad for thinking that I could wear a turtleneck with y'all.
She missed out. She didn't listen to enough episodes. She might have caught last week's. Right. She might have caught last week's when we were letting the guests do all the talking.
You're right.
Woo!
Oh, Jesus.